We've all heard about the epidemic. Drug overdoses are now the leading cause of accidental death in the United States. Not car accidents, not firearms, but drugs. And one of the fastest growing areas of addiction is prescription painkillers, a category called opioids. So what if those pills weren't being given out in the first place? That's the idea behind a new program in New Jersey. In one of the busiest emergency departments in the country, they're doing something unheard of in most ERs.
It mellows you right out.
Using holistic healing.
How are we doing with the pain now?
And medications like nitrous oxide instead of automatically turning to prescription opioid painkillers for every patient in pain, drugs that can easily become addictive.
How are you doing today?
Pain in the back.
Dr. Alexis LaPietra, a pain management specialist, created the program at St. Joseph's in Paterson, New Jersey. In the first 2 months, 75% of patients in the ER were treated with alternative therapies. So what has Mr. Muscarello been given here in the hospital?
He's been given a dose of Tylenol and a muscle relaxing medication.
As opposed to
opiates.
165,000 Americans have died from prescription opioid overdoses since 1999, 14,000 in 2014 alone. Why is the ER such an important place to have this alternative?
The first dose of opioids is frequently given in the emergency department. And if we can stop giving that first dose, if we can give alternatives and still relieve the pain, then we're going to really help stop addiction, dependency, and that downward spiral that happens from opioids.
That downward spiral is exactly what happened to former EMT John Scaraldi 2 years ago when he hurt his back on the job.
I was in excruciating pain, and I was given prescription pain medication for it.
Percocet.
10 milligram Percocet, 90 of them.
90?
90.
That's a lot.
So I've been told, yeah.
Within a month, he was addicted, and when he ran out of Percocet, heroin was cheaper and easy to find. John's been sober for a year now, but just last week he had a kidney stone and came to St. Joseph's ER. Were you worried that they might give you something that would be dangerous for you?
Yeah, it's something that's always in the back of your head, especially when you're going to the hospital for something that's really painful. You don't want to be put in a compromising position.
If they had put you on an IV with morphine or something?
Yeah, it could have ruined my sobriety, absolutely.
Instead, doctors here used a non-addictive numbing agent.
My pain went from being about an 8 on the 0 to 10 scale to being about a 2.
Wow, it worked.
Yeah, it worked really well.
That it works for John and others is critical. The goal, to avoid addiction, but not at the cost of patient suffering.
We are not opioid free. We are looking to use alternatives to opioids first. If we can relieve the pain, if we can get the patient comfortable, if we can relieve the symptoms, then we will continue on that pathway. Since St. Joseph started this program, it's been flooded with calls from potential patients and also from hospitals all over the world that want to do the same thing in their emergency rooms.